This is a advanced Java class, and as part of this class we are going to see few of the topics. But before going to start this, which are the topics that we are going to see, let us try to just get a try to get some brief idea what exactly till today we did and what exactly that we are going to do from today onwards. Okay, I'll do one thing. Let me take a paint. In Java, if you say, mainly 3 kinds of modules are present, right? Maybe you guys are already come across these kind of 3 modules. What are they? Or you can say, I can say 3 types of APIs. Just many kinds of APIs are there. I derived into 3 types only. Okay. J2SE, J2EE, and then J2ME, right? So what does this J2SE means? SE means standard edition, right? And J2EE means enterprise edition, and then finally ME means mobile edition. Okay, so mainly 3 types of APIs are been available as part of the Java. So again, I'm using a new term called API. What is this? Application Program Interface. So what is this application program interface again? Application program interface is nothing but which gives the set of documents in terms of classes and then interfaces. Okay. In general, what happens whenever if Java wants to convey anything to the people, how it's going to start? First, they're going to prepare the API documents and share those documents to the people so that anyone in the world can provide the implementation for this particular API. Okay, I don't want to go in depth of all these things because lots and lots of things are there to see in this API section in the coming classes. Just first of all try to understand these basic things. Okay, so what is J2SE, J2EE, and then J2ME? Java Standard Edition. So what is this Java Standard Edition? In general, whenever people started learning the Java, they'll start with something like terms like core Java, advanced Java, like this start, spring, hybrid, like this. People keep on learning the few of the things in Java. So first of all, what is this core Java and then what is this advanced Java? To be frank, these are like in terms of for our understanding, for the sake of our information, we named some of the concepts as a core Java and then advanced Java. But in terms of the Sun Microsystems or Oracle systems perspective, mainly 3 types of modules are present in Java. Okay, one is the standard edition, enterprise edition, and then mobile edition. What is this standard edition? As part of the standard edition, just for our understanding, we can say whatever the concepts that we learn as part of the core Java are nothing but standard edition concepts. Okay, whatever the concepts that we learn as part of the core Java are nothing but standard edition concepts. Okay, means nothing but, okay, to be frank, like before going to start something, first of all we will come up with some prerequisites, right? Or before diving into the things, or for example, as a developer, what you feel, I want to develop one web application, I want to develop one mobile application. Okay, before developing the web application or mobile application or whatever, web service application or whatever, what exactly as a developer you need to do? You need to know, first of all, as a developer, first of all, you need to know the language, right? If I know the language, if I know the rules and regulations of the language, then only I can able to build one application. Otherwise, I can also able to build the application. How? If anybody already did some application, just download it and then modify it and then deploy it to server and then make it to work. But that is not correct, right? As a Java developer, you should compulsorily know the what is the top and then what is the end. Okay, so that is the reason why people start with the core Java. So as part of the core Java, what exactly we are trying to learn? We are trying to learn the language, Java language, how these guys defined the Java language, and what are the rules and regulations, okay, or what are the syntax rules, and how exactly we need to use all these concepts, how exactly we need to use all these concepts. The best, say, I can say like this: what is an abstraction? It's a concept. What's an encapsulation? It's a concept. Inheritance, polymorphism, it's a kinds of a concepts. And then you should, as a developer, you need to know, you already been used some of the loopings, while loop, for loop, if conditions, and all those things. You need to know the syntaxes, how to use these conditional blocks and everything. And threading concept is there, how to create a basic thread, how to start a thread, how to stop a thread, how to interrupt a thread. So these are some basic introduction, how to deal with the thread, synchronization concepts, collections, and all these things are like nothing but, actually to speak, they, as a developer, you did nothing there, to be frank. Just you built some standalone application to make sure that whatever that you are working is well and good. Okay, but as a developer, you are not exactly perfect for the industry. Means whatever the industry is looking is, I mean to say, for example, 80% of the industry, to be frank, looking for the people who actually builds the application, whether it is a web or mobile or whatever, web service or whatever. Okay, so in order to build these kinds of applications, as a Java developer, whenever you're done with core Java, just you are well and good in knowing the concepts only, but you are not well and good in developing the applications. You need to know a little bit more than what exactly you know till today. Okay, so what exactly I need to know a little bit more. So in this way, if you see, Java divided the concepts into three types. Forget about the J2ME mobile edition. Anyway, we're not going to cover that. So try to see only J2SE and then J2EE. As part of the standard edition, we are trying to learn the syntax, rules and regulations, and whatever the concepts are there. Just we were already come across all those things as part of the core Java. Next one is a standard enterprise edition, Java enterprise edition, J2EE. So as part of this J2EE, what exactly we are going to learn? For example, I will say, as part of this J2EE, we are going to cover JDBC concepts. What is this JDBC? Again, one question, right? We're going to cover JDBC concepts. JDBC means Java Database Connectivity. You can say full form of this JDBC is Java Database Connectivity. So what is this JDBC and what exactly I'm going to achieve as part of this JDBC? Okay, we know that Java is just a kind of an application where I can able to write the code, but I cannot able to store the data, right? I cannot able to store the data. Okay, just for time being, temporarily, until my JVM is running, I can able to store some cache data, but once the JVM is down, my data is lost. Means once my program execution is done, okay, my data is lost. I don't want as like this. I want something like, to remember, and whenever if I ask, just it has to give the details. The best example I can say is like, a company is maintaining the records of an employee. A school is maintaining the records of a student. Previously, what we used to do, we are trying to take some manual record books and writing about each student. Before writing, we are trying to give some ID number in terms of either sequence or random number or whatever. We're giving some ID and then giving the name, email ID, phone number, address, fees, class, and all these information has to be manually or writing in the record books previously, right? But if you see in the digital world, how can I able to achieve this? How can I able to achieve this? We are going to have a databases, right? We are going to have a databases. So maybe some of the people are already like, come across this database and are already had a good experience in writing the queries and all those things, but some of the people yet to start. So that is the reason why just I'm saying these things. Okay, so consider this is one of the DB. Okay, DB database. So what is the use of this database? The use of this database is going to maintain the records. The use of this database is maintaining the records of a student, the records of an employee, or the records of anything, whatever. So what is the purpose of this database? Purpose of this database is to store the data. Okay. And we're going to store the data in terms of some format, actually to speak, in terms of records, just how we are maintaining the records. For example, okay, whenever if you go for any interview, first of all, security guy will ask you, can you please write your name, signature, where you came from, who you meet. All these things has to be manual. You need to write and do the signature at the end, right? This is a record. Actually to speak, what you exactly you do, the person whoever does, I mean, before one person came, he wrote already all these things in the same pattern only you're going to write, right? Means you're maintaining some format. Okay, same way database also, it's keep on maintaining some data. And from Java application, consider this is a Java application. Java is a we can say OOPS language, OOPS kind of nothing but object oriented programming, means nothing but everything that you are going to think in terms of an object. Person is an object, address is an object, area is an object, everything that we are going to think in terms of an objects. And database is a relational database management system. Means, see how Java works. Java works based upon the OOPS concepts, object oriented programming concepts. Okay, this is the basic idea, like in how Java exactly works. In the same way, how database works based upon the relational database management system. Means for example, I'm going to have the tables, and by maintaining the relationship between the tables and schemas and all those things, I'm going to interact with all these things. But these are two different entities. These are two different subjects, you can say. But what I'm expecting, these two should interact with each other. Okay, these two should interact with each other. If these two should interact with each other, we need one interface. We need one interface, not Java interface. Okay, don't think that interface. Okay, we need one interface. Actual to speak, whatever the Java is saying, it has to be, or you can say translator. You can say, okay, you can say translator. I need one translator. Whatever the Java is saying, he has to listen and just make the DB database to understand, and whatever the database is giving, and this translator will understand and give the same to the Java. Means we need one translator. That translator is nothing but JDBC. That translator is nothing but JDBC. Okay. As a Java programmer, whenever you're writing one program, we can't store the lakhs or crores of records into a program, as because until the JVM is up, we can able to maintain the records. In case if JVM is down, data is lost. But we don't want that. We want something like, you know, to maintain the records constantly. If that is the case, general people will go for the database only, right? Database is the one. The purpose of the database is to maintain the data, or can say to maintain the records. Okay, so now here I'm maintaining all the records. Already I have stored all the records. Now I need to fetch the records. Okay, or otherwise I need to store the records. Whatever that interaction that you want to make from Java to database, generally straightforward translation is not possible. Means whatever the Java is saying, database cannot understand. Okay, whatever you are saying directly, database cannot understand. We need some translator, actually to speak, to translate whatever we are saying, and then after database is responding, again this translator has to take the response and then back to give it to Java. We need one translator. That a translator, I can say, is called as a JDBC. Okay, here as part of this J2EE Enterprise Edition, we are going to see the JDBC concepts. Okay, we are going to see the JDBC concepts. So how to interact with the database. So what are the rules and regulations, and what are the steps are required to interact with the database. All these things that we are going to learn as part of this JDBC concepts. Okay, next. Next one is JNDI, Java Native Directory Interface. So what is this JNDI? What exactly I'm going to achieve it here? Okay, this is a little bit tricky. Okay, you can see something like this. Okay, I'm having one server. Okay, I'm having one server, and server is maintaining some records here. Okay, I'm having one server, and server is maintaining some records at here. Okay, and I want to interact from the Java program. I want to interact with this server. Okay, I want to interact with this server and fetch the records or store the data or whatever that you want to do. Okay, I want to do the same kind of operation. See, whatever the operations that you did in the as part of the database, in terms of database, you can say you can save the data or get the data, delete the data, update the data, whatever the operations. Same way, as part of the server also we can able to do all these things, but it is very less only. But still, consider this is a server, whether it is an application server or web server. That we will see in the coming classes, what is an application server and what is a web server, all those things. Okay, if I want to interact with the server in terms of a data sharing, okay, I stored some data, I need to retrieve it, or all these things learned as part of this JNDI. Okay, Java Native Data Interface. Okay, I don't want to go in depth of this JNDI now. Next, third one, servlets. Okay, servlets. So what is this servlets? This is the third topic I'm going to cover as part of this class. Okay, this third topic I'm going to cover as part of this our advanced Java. So what is this servlets? What exactly I'm going to achieve by using this servlets at here? Okay, in general, if I ask you one question, can you please write one program for Fibonacci series, or can you please write one program for prime number, or can I ask, for example, can you read some program for some XYZ? Whenever I ask you something, what exactly you are going to do? What exactly you are going to do? First of all, tell me what exactly you are going to do. You are going to take one Java program. Okay, you're going to take one Java program and you're going to start your program something like this: public class, something I can say test. Okay, after that you're going to write public static void main string aux. Like this you're going to start, and then inside of it start writing your program. Okay, inside of it start writing your program. This is what exactly till today you're trying to do, right? Means whenever if I ask you write some program, what exactly you're trying to do? First you're trying to create one class. Inside the class you should compulsorily be writing public static void main, and then writing whatever the code that you want inside of it, so that whenever if I compile and then run this application, it is running successfully. Why you are writing this public static void main? As this is a standalone application. As this is a standalone application. This is a standalone application. Okay, so what is this standalone application means? Okay, I can say whenever, okay, what are the standalone applications? What is the use of the standalone application is? I can say if some process is running within the computer only, it is not in a network. Okay, whenever I try to write MS Word, or whenever I try to write something, for example, see here many standalone applications are there. So for example, this is Notepad++. I downloaded and then trying to write something at here. This is one standalone application. What does the standalone application mean? Standalone application means which is running only within my computer. Only which is running within my computer. Means as part of the core Java, you guys learn till today only standalone applications. Standalone applications means whatever the program that you're trying to write, those programs will run only within your computer or whichever the computer, maybe your computer, your friend computer, only within that particular computer. It will not interact with the internet, to be frank. Okay, it will not interact with the internet, or you can say it will not share the data through the internet to your friends and all those things. Means till today you haven't even started writing this web application kind of things. So what exactly this web world looks for, to be frank? Okay, web application, general to speak, we are going to write and then deploy in a servers. Okay, servers, and in order to interact with this server, and you should know the server language, right? You should know the server language, right? The server language is nothing but here servlets. Server language is nothing but servlets. Okay, if I want to write some standalone applications, I should compulsorily start with public static void main. And if I want to write some web applications or web service applications or whatever, you should write some servlet kind of a programming, because servers can understand servlets. Servers can understand servlets. Okay, means this is the starting of the program. General to speak, what is the purpose of public static void main? It tells where exactly the program has to start, right? Same way, whenever you write something and deploy it in a server should know where exactly it needs to start, right? How it will exactly gets to know? Based upon the servlets that you declared. Based upon the servlets that you declared. Okay. Those things that we are going to cover as part of the servlets, and we're having another topic called JSPs. Okay, Java server pages. This is nothing but just like a servlets only, but it is a little bit advanced version of a servlets, nothing but JSPs. Okay, it solves some of the common problems faced by a developer. Okay, JSPs solved some of the common problems faced by a developer, and just make sure developer to do his work faster. So that's the reason they implemented a new concept called JSPs, Java server pages. Okay, then finally we will see custom tags. Okay, so these were the topics actually to speak I'm going to cover as part of this J2EE Enterprise Edition. Okay, I'll stop at here. People, you have any doubts? Please ask me now itself, because it's a good practice. Whether the question is stupid also okay, no issues. Okay.
Sir, this is Sangeeta. I have a question.
Yes, please, Sangeeta.
J2SC means only for, it's not like a web application, but if you are making it standalone, then you are using J2SC?
Yes, whenever you are trying to write some standalone applications, see, I can't exactly say that, but as part of the standard edition, most of the things we're going to learn in terms of rules and regulations only. Okay, but as a developer, before writing some server kind of an applications or whatever, as a developer, first of all, you need to execute the logic, how it exactly works in your computer, right? So those things has to be started from somewhere. Somewhere is nothing but public static void main. Okay.
Okay,
Means
thank you,
standard,
sir.
as part of the standard edition, we are going to see only what are the rules and regulations and what are the concepts and all those things. As a developer, you need to know all these things, right? So you need to start some of the thing, but in the starting phase, you can't write the web applications and implement all these things. Okay, so that's the reason they started giving one platform called standalone applications with public static void main.
Okay, sure, thank you.
Any more doubts, people? Okay, I will request you one thing, please share your email ID so that I can share these videos for you guys along with the topics that we covered today. Okay, this advanced Java class approximately will take 30 to 35 sessions. Okay, and we are going to have the classes from Monday to Friday. Okay, and 5 sessions per week, and if it requires, if there is any lag, I'm going to take the classes on Saturdays also. And most probably we're going to complete all these things within 35 sessions. And these are the topics actually I'm going to cover: JDBC, JNDI, servlets, JSPs, and then custom tags. Okay, and other than these, we are going to see a little bit in-depth concepts and all those things. Okay, just this is a high level things that I have shared here. Okay, timings is 6 to 7 a.m. same timing as we joined on today, right? Same timing only. And yes, I'm going to record the sessions on daily basis, and I'm going to share these recordings for you guys as well. Okay, in case if you fail to join, or in case if you join a bit late, you miss something, no need to worry about the thing, just you can see the video so that you guys are going to get a missing concept and all things. Yes. Okay, Surendra, actually in the starting of the class I told about myself. Okay, my name is Mani. Okay, my full name is Manikanta Shivapuram. People will call me as a Mani. Okay, and yeah, totally I'm having 7 years of an experience in software industry, and currently I'm working with HCL and as a senior consultant. Okay, and as part of the teaching, if you see, total I'm having 10 years of an experience in terms of teaching. Okay, and I used to teach core Java, advanced Java, Spring, Hibernate, and web services. So this is what all about me. Some people are saying voice is not coming. Please check your voice inputs, please. Okay, there will be some problems sometimes from your side as well. See, depending upon the situations, yes, I'm going to give the assignments as well. Right. So I request you people, please share your email address. Then only I can able to share this video. Okay. Fee structure, please. I'm not sure. Please check with DurgaSoft. Okay. Please send an email to DurgaSoft, or they will come back to you in case if you share your email address. Okay. Exactly when this. Okay. See, Hibernate is a one kind of a framework. Okay, if you know the JDBC, then only you have to start the Hibernate. And Spring is little bit advanced version of servlets and then JSPs. Means as part of the servlets and JSPs, you are going to learn, like, how to write the web applications. Okay, but you don't know how to exactly write the industry standard applications. Okay, so how to write the applications in terms of industry standards, nothing but Spring is nothing but it's a kind of a framework which will tell you how to write the web applications. Where is the start, where is the end, which folder that you need to place here, or which tags that you need to place at here or there. All those things will be covered as part of the Spring framework, and same case for struts as well. Okay, uh, people knows advanced Java, then only I mean, once you are done with advanced Java, then only please go for all these frameworks. Otherwise, it's a waste of your time, to be frank, I'm saying. Okay, if we don't know what is a servlet, then it's a waste of our time to go and learn these MVC applications in Spring and all those things. And if we don't know JDBC, it's a waste of our time to go and learn the Hibernate. Okay. Any more doubts, people? Yes, exactly, Sangeeta. Session will be 1 hour only. This is a starting class, right? So that's why I don't want to start the concepts again. Okay, so that's the reason just I have taken only half an hour. Once this JDBC is covered, we're going to start the JNDI. Okay, I'm going to share my email ID as well as my phone number as well, guys. Okay, offline also you can able to talk with me, or otherwise you can able to send an email so that I'm going to respond for your email, Surendra. Web services is nothing but like, you know, okay, today I have written one web application and where I can able to deploy only in a server, and through laptop or through desktop only I can able to access that application. Okay, and if I want to access that application from my mobile, yes, I can able to access through browsers, that but it will get deferred look and feel and everything, all those things. So mobile applications varies and web applications varies and all those things nowadays, to be frank. Okay, and in the back end, what they're going to do, they're going to write the web services which is common for all, whether it is for web application, whether it is for mobile application, or whether it is whatever. Okay, you're using in the front end, they don't even care, because mobile applications again vary, whether it is iPhone kind of an application, or it's a Android application, or it's a Windows application. Again, it varies, 3 types, right? Many types are there, just I'm trying to cover only 3 types. In terms of web applications, you need to write different applications for different things. So in the back end there will be one layer, okay, who takes the data from the database and then feeds all these things. Okay, you need to repeat this logic everywhere in the web application, in all these 3 kinds of mobile applications. Everywhere, as a developer, you need to write this boilerplate code. Boilerplate code is nothing but repeated kind of a code. Okay, instead of writing all these things, what they did, they come up with one solution called web services. Okay, so from this web services, we are going to feed all these, whether it is a web application, whether it is a mobile application, whoever it is requires, just we are going to feed all these people from these web services. You don't even need to write the 3 different backend services, or different services for different people. Okay, because nowadays, whenever if anybody writes the program, that should be, they will go for mobile application as well as a web application as well, right? And so that is the reason, if you write one application is good enough to make sure it will run for, and it will be useful for web application as well as a mobile application. Okay, so that is the reason why in the backend we are going to implement the things by using these web services. Okay. Is it clear, Raj? Yep, yep. It needs a little bit more knowledge. Okay, so yeah. Any more doubts, people? Okay, then I'm going to end this class, and yes, class will start from coming Monday onwards. Okay, morning, same time, 6 to 7 a.m. Okay, please don't miss the classes. Okay. Okay, then thank you. Bye bye. Meet again on Monday morning. Same time, 6 a.m. IST, Indian Standard Timing. I don't know in which country that you're staying currently. Okay, that's why I'm saying 6 a.m. IST. Okay. Thank you. Bye.